offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And that is incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. They go play action with Hurts. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Dallas.
A first carry now. This is Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Able to hit his target, Lamb. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a gain of 6.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
6 yards. And it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Prescott off and on his Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Braden Mann in punt formation for the Eagles.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now whistles and a stop. Here looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. 2nd and 5. Now Prescott going to change the play. 2nd and 5. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 44 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Eagles nothing.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Hurts to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, kill.
Now Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Down to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, 62 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Aubrey now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
No touch. 180.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Great. Set. No touch.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Great. Set. No touch.
Up the middle with Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 44, Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
At the 46-yard line. A 2-yard gain.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for an Eagles
Great.
first down.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 50-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley. And some room to run now.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Trim it. 63.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll set up a throw. Now he's got it. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Touchdown, Eagles.
And the call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9.
17. Eagles 8. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Throwing, Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Prescott now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
That penalty is declined.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score and striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So they get 2 more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State. And well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Prescott to throw it. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A gain of 15.
Now Prescott faking it on the in around and looking to throw. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Prescott. Pickens on the slant. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss
loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You
get greedy in a good way.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a give to Bigsby. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys 17. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's 4th down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, and then 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. This is 2nd and 8.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Good. Shot.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead.
So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
The salt and pepper goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Completes this one to Pickens.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
A gain of 21 more yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here's 1st and 10.
And the Cowboy first down.
Now again up the middle to Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for third down. Now Dak.
And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
22.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. This is 1st and 10.
No touch. 180, 180. No touch.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Loss of 6. Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 18-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Great. Set. 181. No touch.
They'll look to throw.
Pass complete. Goddard.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 12.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
181. No touch.
He'll look to throw.
That is incomplete.
It's another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Yeah! Here we go.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.
It's time for some football at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And away we go at the link. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevating his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They go play fake with Hurts. Complete out to the right side. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. but these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Keeping it on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Well, hey, tip of the cap for really trying to seize control with an 8-0 lead here early. But the success from their opening drive didn't carry over into that two-point play.
And if anything, partner, really backfired because you gave them a chance to recoup a little momentum they lost. Getting beat down with that drive. Not only that, but if this offense answers touchdown for touchdown, they can actually now take the lead.
So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? A former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Set.
Play fake, Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. We've set it down from 37.
It's a gain of 10.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Seahawks first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Now Darnold off the play action. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is Walker on 2nd. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
A gain of 43 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks find an answer with their opening drive. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Seahawks literally won up that opening touchdown drive, huh? As they take a 7-6 lead here. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Bigsby with the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. On first down, Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Hey, check. No touch.
Here's a design run. Hurts. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Great, set. I know you want that.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Go with him.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. And they make the tackle at the 38. A pickup of 17. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, a run with Barkley. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. We're to the end of one. 7-6 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have second and pretty long here. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This is complete, downfield to Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal. We're going to run with Barkley. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Here's second and goal from the 6. He gets it again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. So let's give a tip of the cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Eagles push their lead to 6.
the kickoff for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense to the line. Second down.
26-yard line.
From the gun, Darnold. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
And it's third down.
Third and long for him here. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And this one does not go far. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Space past the 35, and it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
180.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. It's a gain of 3 for him, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 46-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's good for Eagles. First down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles go up by 12. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Looking to tack on 2 more. The Eagles and Hurts to the line.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point
All right, they're going to throw for it. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Has it at the 11. And the This will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Seahawks.
First and 10. Darnold. Escapes the pocket.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Eagles 37-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing now off the play action. That's taken in by Cobb. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
It's a gain of 27.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield.
And he carries it in for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
The Seahawks making a one-score game before halftime.
Jason Myers.
At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Bigsby with the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of
Timeout
6.
taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. Third down. Hurts to throw. And that's away for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
They'll go. Hurts. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on fourth down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4.
Eagles are on it, and down he goes. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's second down.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Looking to his fullback now. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Connection made to Shaheed. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
First down. A gain of 18.
From the red zone now.
First down.
Looking for an open man. Gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. And again, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. That's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put...
Charging down the middle, and they block it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
Shaheed now to return. Up to the races, middle of the field. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
Well, their attempt to attack that deficit, it's begun in earnest, like with a capital E. What an immediate sense of urgency they created by that stellar return. This drive has begun must score for this offense. I think we all felt that way. And they sure set the tone coming out of halftime with that kick return.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, with a very minimal gain.
Second down, Walker's going to get it again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
And it's third.
Throw here, 3rd down. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
3 and out.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Great, set.
They'll start this one out with Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. Going to the ground again on first. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Defense had a chance to plan, now defending this two-point try.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
Hurts looking to throw. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play. Going for it yet again, and once again, they don't have the right call to make it in for two, so their struggles continue.
Yeah, they've kept them on the field without hesitation all game long. This offense knows what they're doing. Problem is the defense knows even more.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. All right, here we go. 2nd down. To throw, here's Darnold. Rolling left, buying some time.
Well, that's a situation. Maybe it worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunky yards. It's still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Go, set.
Throwing his Darnold on 3rd down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. Looking to return from the 29. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trim it, trim it, trim it.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Barkley trying this up the gut. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the 35-yard line.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Great, set.
Here's another carry for Barkley. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Great, set.
They go to Barkley again. They're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Eagles have the football, and with that lead, might have a win in just a little while, too. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles have likely locked up the win right there. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
I don't care, Kate, if they're all one-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
From the pistol, Hurts. And that one's gone. He's had a couple more odds of this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This taken from the 12. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
In these moments, I think of golfers, right in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. That's exactly what this offense has got to do.
This is Cox. That's Walker. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. We've set it downs from 37.
A gain of 27 on the play.
Darnold. There's a screen out for Walker. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Now Darnold dumps it off to his running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and long for him here. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
4th and forever coming up. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Great, set. On anyone.
Barkley off the pistol give. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a 2nd down.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the first down run often leads to second down pass, but I don't think so now.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles put up even more points in a win. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. Well, they don't get it, but just the choice to go for it there, Brock. As I'm looking to my right, seeing a partner kind of fuming, a little steam coming out of the head. I'm sure you and many others maybe aren't a fan of that call.
I don't feel like I'm that old. I really don't.
You don't look that old.
Well, thank you. But yeah, this still just gets me, and I know many others every single time.
The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. Dumped off to his running back. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted. You've got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
From the gun, Darnold. It's caught, Barner. And he's brought down after a short gain. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Seahawks hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. The Eagles into the nickel, 3rd down coming. Walker trying to run for the 1st. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
They send him straight up the middle, and that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. All right, I think I already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Game well decided. How does a former player like yourself feel about that decision?
Yeah, whatever you think your answer is, Kate, you're right. I don't think there's anybody that likes this, and I don't think it really is a case when you're up this big. You're just trying to embarrass your opponent, and you better be careful.
He'll begin his return from the 11. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for him. Walker on 1st down. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a 1st, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
He keeps this one himself. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him 5 on the play, and that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
1st and 10, Darnold finds him over the middle, and he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Chased out to his right. Darnold hit, and he fumbles it. And the Eagles get to it. And they'll take over a little further upfield thanks to that return.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
No touch. No touch.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And they don't connect there. So only 6 seconds remaining. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
No touch. 180. No touch.
They're going to pass it here. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
This will be the final play of the game.
Great. Set. No touch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game.
Just about set for football now at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often, and when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Third, they need 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
In formation for the Eagles.
And this ball will be down on the other side of midfield. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
In motion, Shakir. To the air. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
1st and 10, and it's Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, Buffalo.
And the Bills, 1st down. A gain of 14. And the Bills' 1st down.
Throwing again is Allen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Josh Allen. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. And he will score! Dalton Kincaid, touchdown, Bills. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bills will take a 7-0 lead.
Bills 7, Eagles 0.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Eagles offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And that will lead to a second down. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down.
At the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
He'll try to run here with Barkley. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Philadelphia.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 31-yard line.
Hurts. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Got a man. It's complete to A.J. Brown. And he'll take this one in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Saquon going to try to run it in. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and it will remain a 7-6 game.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bills' offense about ready to get going. On their second possession, their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. Finding space at the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
That's good.
That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal.
No, touch that. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. There. Tighten up. Go, motion.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. A one-point affair, 7-6 is the score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the two-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
He'll drop to throw. This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Allen. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
I really like this call, Mike. These are rundowns. 2nd and short. All right, what do most teams do? Just extend the drive, pick up a 1st down. This is prime opportunity for play pass, play action, trying to take a shot. Now, it falls incomplete, but you still have 3rd and potentially 4th down, and you only need a couple yards.
On 3rd and a couple, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. This brought in out past the 20. And some nifty running on the return to put some good yardage before he was taken down. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the center level defender, defenders that get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's good.
They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
13-yard line.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Trimmer.
Throwing is Hurts. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Good. Set. 180.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. It has looked to be on target. No catch, and now 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Now on 2nd down. He'll find his running back, Cook. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
That's good for a Bills.
On 1st down, Allen. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
In motion goes Cooks. Here's a screen set up for Kincaid. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. from the gun. Throw here for Allen. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Here we go on fourth down. It's Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will take over here just past the 30.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
A first down throw for Hurts. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. To return, here's Ray Davis. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On play action, Allen, he'll get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
3rd and 2. Now Allen. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
Quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. This pass right side, taken in by Cooks. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
And the Bills first down.
They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. In motion goes Cooks. To the air. On second down, here's Allen. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it's going to be third down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Kobe Dean.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. This defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds up at the 25-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21. First down, Philadelphia.
46-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. The defense stringing him out. No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Great, set.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From 29, here's second down and 7.
Great.
On play action, Hurts. He's going to be taken down here. The defense comes up with a sack, on the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Great, set.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. And he missed it. Missed the extra point. No good. And the score remains the same.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end left. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To the air once more, it's Allen. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to...
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. Finds an alley to the 35. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Big-time play for Philly. 37 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up second down.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
They'll run with Dillon. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll run with Barkley. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's fourth down.
A 4-yard loss. It's fourth down.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Hurts to throw. And he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
He's trying to pick this up with a run. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Return, here comes Davis. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bills offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Allen now off the bootleg. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
A loss of a yard.
Throwing on second down. It's out. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll be third down. It's Allen. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. This one, downfield for Kincaid. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Good. Set.
Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the bootleg, it's Hurts. There's the tight end, Greg Calcaterra. And he will get into the end zone. Greg Calcaterra. Touchdown, Eagles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Bills 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. It's Jalen Phillips in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down. Give this to Davis. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up 4th down.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's down the field and taken in by Granson. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
4 yards. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to run it with Barkley.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
And they go play action with May.
fires it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, New England.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Henderson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
May going to give it to Henderson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
That's another Patriots first down. A gain of 12. And a Patriot first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A gain of 14 yards.
6-0 our score after 1.
Gain of 14. First down.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing here is May. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
To the air, May. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
So he looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
For the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Good, set.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. It's Barkley on the counter. Still going. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Bigsby. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Patriots
From the shotgun, May with it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Here's May. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Well, the Eagles offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
And an Eagles first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And with a clock reading zeros, he is heading into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. And my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is.
All right, Brandon, thanks much.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
That one out wide and intercepted. Down the left sideline. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Great, set. Delta.
A first down carry for Barkley. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Great, set. Delta.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to get their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
New England trying to get a place on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On play action, May. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Take it at the 37. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Great, set.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw out wide is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Great, set.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Great, set.
They'll fake the jet sweep and give it to Bigsby.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Less than a yard.
Great, set.
They'll run with Barkley. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions in this ballgame. Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure their luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on 4th down and make a play himself because they're just letting it happen to him right now.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
A handoff to Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Hurts.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. New England's offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw, it's May. Gets this complete to Butte. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down. It's a gain of 20. And
looking to throw, May.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Douglas. On the gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 7. At the 40.
They'll throw with May.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Jordan Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and 14.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
From the gun, it's May. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They'll try and throw forward May. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all you got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support him. But in this case, he said, forget that. I got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Putting on Mitchell on the coverage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. 164 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was